Our first guest tonight is an Emmy and Academy Award-winning writer, director, and comedian behind films such as Get Out, Us, and Wendell and Wild. His critically acclaimed film, Nope, is now streaming on Peacock. Please welcome back to the show our friend Jordan Peele, everybody. Welcome back. It is so lovely to have you here. Last time you were here, I was lucky to have you with the entire cast of Nope.
Yeah.
And this time I'm very happy to have you to myself. You know, we've known each other for a very long time.
We've come some far way, my old friend.
Yeah. We met each other about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We worked for an improv comedy theater in Amsterdam called Boom Chicago. Mm-hmm. And I know we've talked about that before, but it's still, you know, I can't believe it. I can't believe I was lucky enough to know you then. I can't believe how incredible your career has been since. And it's really cool to be able to sit here with you like this.
And we had some wild times.
We had some wild times. Well,
in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, we did. Mostly legal. Yeah, right?
I mean, everything is legal there. Yeah, that's the problem.
Everything is legal. Well, I was thinking because there's a really cool thing, which is the amusement park in the film Nope, Jupiter's Claim, is actually being recreated at Universal Studios.
Yes.
One of the wilder times we had, more than once, was we would go to a Dutch theme park called Efteling.
Yes. Elfland.
Elfland. Yeah, you just translated the Dutch. It's called Elfland. And it's a wonderful place.
Yeah.
And even though there's not a sign outside that says, do drugs here, I always felt like it was implied.
It was implied.
Yeah.
And somehow accepted. Like the staff would walk up to you with shrooms. Yeah. It's kind of the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Like they didn't have like cotton candy, like you know, not like high calorie foods that Americans.
Children running around and they look like fawns. Yes.
Yeah. Dutch fawns.
I remember. I mean, and it's interesting because the Dutch are very blunt people. They're very honest. They'll walk up to you and say, "Hey, how nice to meet you. I don't like your shirt." You know, they'll say things like that. And I feel like there was one moment where you sort of adopted that sort of tone.
I think because we were in the Dutch culture and maybe I had overserved myself, I became very honest.
To be fair, we had a long bacchanalia of sorts, long party. Or of something, and I remember you saying to a group of us,
dear friends of mine,
dear friends, just straight up, I don't know, man, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to. I'm tired of hanging out with the people I'm hanging out with. And we're just watching you feel comfortable telling us that, you know, and having a
it was a very supportive group of people. I think what had happened is I had gone to get a water, and I was standing in line, and a very amusement parky, someone had won like a stuffed lizard, and a child was holding a stuffed lizard, and the stuffed lizard was looking at me.
And you had a meltdown.
And I had a moment where I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah. And then we grow up.
And then we grow up.
And now we...
But I didn't know this. Of all these years I've known you, I did not know that your first major in college was puppetry.
Yes.
Wow, that is a...
Yes.
I mean, it does feel like the good first building block, but what was the decision to choose
Well, yeah,
puppetry?
so I went to Sarah Lawrence College, in part because it was mostly female. Mm-hmm. And then I immediately took away my advantage by declaring myself a puppetry major. To balance things out.
Yeah, right. You don't want to make it unfair.
You know, I don't want to make it unfair. But no, I was in love. I grew up and I loved The Nightmare Before Christmas growing up and how that film by the great Henry Selick, whom I've had the pleasure of working with.
Yeah, you just did a film, Wendell and Wild, with Henry Selick.
Wendell and Wild, which is it's the type of film that if I had seen when I was a kid, or if I was 12 years old, I think it would have changed the way I feel about my place in the industry and in this and in puppetry. And so, very proud of this film, and it's really and it's wonderful. Yeah.
I think one of the cool things is watching you get to collaborate with people that I know you've loved forever and I've loved forever. You're an EP on this wonderful show, Hunters, is coming back for a second season.
Hunters,
Al Pacino is one of the people in Hunters.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, legend.
Legend.
Well, how's your time with Al Pacino?
Come on. Well, I mean, admittedly brief. I've been in the presence of this man only briefly, and he is he's hilarious. I mean, first of all, you are in the presence of a guy who is essentially a made man in terms of cool forever.
Yeah.
You know, and he is an actor's actor. He's the consummate actor, and so he's, you know, he's always he's fascinating. I don't really have a good.
Mine is very good. I should warn you.
Okay. Yeah. So
well,
what?
Mine is based
what's
entirely
based
on the fact that he was nominated. I believe maybe for Hunters, he was nominated for an award in the first COVID year. And my favorite thing that happened during COVID was seeing Al Pacino in a Zoom room.
Okay.
Because even in like that little box where he didn't know where to look and it was not well lit, he's still the coolest dude in the world.
That's right.
And so my new Al Pacino impression is entirely based on that. You ready for it?
Okay, here we go.
Hey, I'm in the Zoom room.
That's good.
All right.
That's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, there was a moment there where he's, you know, in his career where I feel like he started chewing gum. And he got a little black. A little bit southern, a little bit black. And it was like he was honing his black, because from Scarface, he already had us.
Yeah.
From Michael Corleone, he already had us.
Right.
But, you know, I feel like he's committed to,
and it's
his
really
blackness.
fun with somebody like that because they can make those choices and they've gone past the point where anybody's going to go over and be like, maybe just dial it back.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You can get away with
You
anything.
can just get away with it. And so those people, those icons, those legends, those are the fun ones to keep an eye on because you're like, man, never know where this is going to go.
I mean, yeah, he could come in full-on foghorn leghorn and fool everybody.
Yeah.
But no, he's a genius. I mean, just so and the Hunters, man, the season is incredible. Incredible cast. I'm so proud of the show. It's crazy and it's wild.
That's great. I want to ask you a bunch more about Nope. We'll be right back with more from Jordan Peele.